If you could change any choices you have ever made, would you? You can always make another choice and change the course of your success. Everyone has the potency to make inspired choices. Get ready to listen, share, and experience the creativity that is you. Now, here is the host of Inspired Choices radio show, Holographist coach, Christine McIver.
Welcome, everyone. I am so happy that you are here today. Whether you are listening live or you're listening in the replay, I'm incredibly grateful for your presence. And I'm incredibly grateful that this show and all of the shows on the network are something that contributes to you in your life and your relationships and your business and just your joy. So it is December the 30th, 2020. We are rounding out the end of 2020, moving into 2021. And I wanted to do tonight's show. So if you're watching the TV episode, or you're in the studio while we're recording right now, you'll see my Christmas tree. I have my Christmas tree. I usually have a banner up, but tonight I thought it would be lovely to share the Christmas tree, to share the lights, to share the celebrations with each and every one of you. If you're watching this when it's not the Christmas season, I'm sorry, but you could enjoy it anyways. How much of this joy could you actually receive? So tonight we are going to be talking about how to be present and in business and not do it all. You know, if you've been following along for the last few months, I've really been focusing in on business and really wanting to bring more of what I know, my knowledge, to the table to share with each and every one of my listeners. Now, if you're someone who's listening and you're not necessarily in your business, I can tell you that a lot of what I share, a lot of the knowledge that I bring to my shows can be applied also to different areas of your life. There's a lot of basic bits of information that actually can be transformed over to different areas. So I would love for you to stick around. And if you are someone in business and this show resonates with you, I'd love to hear from you. You can email me, Christine at inspiredchoices.ca. I love getting responses from my listeners. And I love hearing your input on what you received and even your questions, looking for more and more. If you are someone that is really ready to turn it up, really ready to challenge yourself, to lean in more with your business, to lean in more with seeing what is really available to you, challenging your capacities, challenging how you show up in the world with no more excuses, with no more worry and fear. If you're really ready to lean in, please stick around for tonight's show. And if it resonates and you would like to connect with me, this is something that brings me so much joy, is working one-on-one with business owners, with entrepreneurs, with soulpreneurs, individuals that are either beginning or really in the young years of your business, or you're someone who is ready to take your business to a greater level, really stepping in and looking at what is possible. I would love to hear from you. So I'm a holographist coach. What I do is I connect in with each and every one of my clients. And the first thing we start talking about is, tell me what you want. Tell me what you're desiring. And I really challenge you to dig deep on that. And then what we do is we begin to create right there and then what you desire, not in the future, not this big, long expectation of we'll get there. We start right here, right now. And this is what I've done here on the network as well. You know, when I speak to prospective hosts, I'm always asking them, what is it that you would like to bring to the world? And then we start to create it very, very quickly. And that is something that I know is possible with every single person. It's really a matter of looking at your mindset and what's holding you back from a belief perspective. So yes, we're going to talk about business, but we're also going to talk about what's in the way, what's blocking you, what is tripping you up? What can we start to really challenge you on to change so we can put the systems in place and look for where the gaps are to bring you to that next level? So tonight we're talking about how to be present in business and not do it all. The lie of having to do it all in business is often anchored in the belief that we will separate from the essence of the business. What if you can be present in your business while not having to do it all? Do you get that to grow requires both team members and greater connection with your business? Do you get that? That's a really important piece of what we're going to be talking about tonight. I'm going to bring my years of business acumen and personal leadership experience to share how it is possible to expand your business with others' involvement and to be present with it all. So, I've said a number of these things I might be repeating. And, what I do know is oftentimes we need to hear things several times for it to start to land or to really move us into that next level. So, what I want to start with is talking about connecting with your business. Your business, whatever you are creating, it doesn't matter what kind of business it is. All right. Even if it was a family's business that was passed down to you, that business is coming through you, is asking to come through you. You have your own ideas, I'm sure, of how you would like that business to run. Now, if this is a brand new business idea that's never been out there, again, that business idea came to you to come through you. And what's really important to recognize is when you disconnect from your business. A lot of times, as we start our business, now, how many people got so excited when you started to get this idea and you just got so excited and you were talking to a friend or you were sharing this with someone that equally would be excited with you, and all of these ideas start to pour through you and pour out of you, and there is nothing stopping you when you have that level of joy and that level of excitement. And that level of joy and excitement means that you are in the creation mode. Being in that energy of creation, that is an energy of both attraction. Okay, it's really, you're like a magnet, and you're also in the energy of creation when you are in that level of joy and excitement. So you want to make sure that you are connecting with your business on a regular basis and ensuring that that energy of excitement and joy is present in your business. Now, I can tell you that when I first started my business, I was over the moon excited. I was so excited with all of the ideas that were coming and all of the possibilities and how it was going to look and how I was going to share it with the world. And as I got into it, I didn't know what I know today. And I didn't reach out and I didn't have a coach right away. And I started to create on my own, thinking that I understood what needed to occur because I had been doing, I worked in the business world for 20 years and I just thought that I had it. I had the information. And what started to occur was the energy and the excitement started to wane and it started to become frustrating. I started to feel overwhelmed with not knowing which direction to go in, not knowing how to really attract clients, how to actually connect with people. I didn't know all of what I needed to know. And what actually started to occur is when I didn't know it and I started to allow my feelings and my emotions to take over in that area of frustration, then I started to contract. I started to go within. I started to pull away from connecting with people. And then my joy with my business started to drop. Well, you know what happens when that happens is the business starts to drop. It's this self-fulfilling prophecy. And it actually can snowball to the point rather, that you may even feel like, why am I doing this? I'm not succeeding. Well, think of your business as a partner. And that is something that is so helpful when you start to see your business as your partner. If you are excited to see your partner's also going to have excitement in seeing you. if you're excited when you're getting out of bed in the morning, if you're excited when you're going to your job, when you're excited to go to your business, when you are excited, that energy of attraction and creation starts to grow. If you want things to grow in your business, truthfully, it must begin with you connecting with your business from that space of joy. So, right now, and it's very easy, it's very, very easy to get back to this, is I want you to spend some time over the next couple of days just really connecting in with your business. I want you to imagine what it was like when those ideas first started to come. Tap into that energy. You can think about that energy of where you were when you first started to think about it, how excited you were when you got your website built and you shared it with the world, how excited you were when you got your first payment from someone, how excited you were when you got your first review. Think of all of those things. You don't have to know the exact wording, but think of those things and ask the energy, pull that excitement energy forward and bring it into you. We know that time is not real, and we know that we can tap into the past and the present at any time. This is such an easy thing to do. Imagine what your business would be like, what your level of joy would be like if you would do this exercise. I would love for you to do 5 minutes a day for the next week, just 7 days. Just 7 days, tap into and start to relive those experiences, and those energies will start to come forward with you. Okay, so that's a really, really, it's a basic thing, but it is the foundational piece for you to have fun and have joy with your business to bring it forward. Now, when you are in joy and when you are thinking about your business and you're thinking about your partner, your business partner, right? When you're thinking about it and you're connecting in with it, you are being present with it. You're not thinking and just worrying about the bills, worrying about the clients, worrying about getting the speaking gigs, worrying about how you're going to do things, or trying to come up with creative ideas, or trying to think of the next, chapter to write in your book. Okay? When you are worrying, it actually disconnects us. It disconnects us from our own body, and it disconnects us from the body of our business. So this is a really important piece. This joy piece is very, very important with your business. You don't have to be doing this a lot, but 5 minutes a day can be that business exercise, that business creation moments where you start to connect in and be present with your business. Now, as you're doing this, it's very cool when you get into that energy and you start to really start to enjoy your business again. Those ideas will come. And as those ideas come, start to write them down. Start to write them down. Start to be in your creative business. So today, starting the new year right around the corner, I got a brand new book, a brand new journal that I am going to be, writing notes about in it daily for my business. It's going to be some of the to-dos. It's going to be creative ideas. It's going to be everything I'm going to put in there. And the other thing that I know really, really makes a big difference when you're doing this is date each of your pages. Date each of your pages, because, my friends, if you're not feeling like the creative juices are flowing and you start to do some of these things that I'm suggesting, before you know it, the floodgates are going to open with creative ideas. And if you have dates on those pages, when you get these creative ideas and you come back to that, that's going to help you to reconnect in with the ideas and reconnect in with where you're at and where you want to go. Okay. It's a little thing, but I'm telling you, it will really assist you in creating with your business. Now, we're up to our first break of the show. It goes so fast when I'm talking about business. When we get back, I really want to start to tap in with how to be present in each moment and not do it all. I want to talk about bringing team members on and how you begin to manage a lot of that. How you can do that, especially, it's such an important piece to bring team members on, especially if money, if the business is not growing and you're not starting to get the money flows. Honestly, one of the best things you can do is invest in having someone on your team working with you. Okay. And especially, I want you to listen to this. If you've been doing your business for a few years and it's kind of been at the status quo, there hasn't been a lot of growth. I'm telling you, one of the best things to do is infuse new energy with another individual, whether they're working part-time or full-time with you. That can start to change everything. Absolutely everything. So we're going to go to our first break. You are listening to Inspired Choices with myself, Christine McIver, here on the Inspired Choices Network. And when we get back, we're going to get back into the conversation of how to be present in business and not do it all. We'll be right back, my friends.
Many of us make choices in our lives based on our past experiences or what others believe. What would our lives be like if we made our choices based on what we desire for our futures? When you join Inspired Choices radio show with holographist coach Christine McIver, you'll be provoked to look at what is true and what you know but may not choose that requires your attention. Christine does not hold back and brings all her expertise during each and every show. Are you ready to create the life and the living you truly desire? Listen for Inspired Choices radio show every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Mountain, and 5 p.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
Are you a subject matter expert? Are you here to share your expertise with an audience waiting to hear from you in only the way you can deliver? Are you ready to have your voice amplified across the airwaves? Inspired Choices Network has a global radio platform streaming to millions of people across the world. Professionally produced and supported by an accomplished team every step of the way, you can broadcast from anywhere in the world, knowing your voice matters, and we ensure it is delivered with ease and efficiency. Eager to hear your message, the world awaits. Contact us today to become an Inspired Choices Network radio host. Email become a host at inspiredchoicesnetwork.com.
This is the Inspired Choices Show with holographist coach Christine McIver. To participate in the program, join our live studio audience in our chat room at inspiredchoicesnetwork.com. You can also make the choice to ask or comment by email by sending to Christine at inspiredchoices.ca. Now, back to the program.
Welcome back, everyone. Welcome forward, wherever you are, whenever you've been listening. So tonight we are talking about how to be present in business and not do it all. So, one of the big things that there's kind of like two things that go on with business owners is, first, they think in order to have more money, they need to work harder and do more. All right. That's a lie. Yes, if you have more jobs, if you're working for somebody else and you do 2 or 3 jobs, you will often create more money coming in. But then what's going to happen is you're going to burn out. So I was in human resources for 20 plus years, and I watched this again and again with so many different people, with both business owners, with employees. And the fact of the matter is that when a person actually works in excess of 50 hours, their return on the investment of each hour starts to decline. It starts to decline. So think about yourself. Think about you putting out that energy of, 50 hours a week. And then you go to the 60 hours a week. And I've probably done times where I was doing 80 hours a week. How much are you getting done? How many mistakes are you making? What's your energy level? What's your joy level when you are in that much time spent on your business? It's absolutely dropping. It's absolutely dropping. Now, just because a business idea comes to you, in no way, shape, or form, and you can ask your businesses, In no way, shape, or form do you have to do all the work. Because the idea comes through you, you can execute the business, you can bring the business forward, but that doesn't mean you have to do it all. So as I said, one of the number one things is you doing it all is going to get you more money. That's not necessarily true. The second thing is that one of the most important things that you can do is to build a strong foundation in your business. Always, always, always. And a strong foundation in your business requires a number of different things. And one of the biggest things is systems, having systems in place. Now, a lot of the people that I've been in business with have been more of the creative type people that are very much, in creation with people, or they might be artists of some kind. They're not people that have had the type of background that I've had, where you're working in business and you have the business systems. A lot of people that are very creative and are amazing at what their craft is are not always strong or great at putting the systems in place. And over the years working with these individuals, the difference is, what they will often say to me is, I don't know how to do that. I'm not good at that. That's not my thing. And I don't have the money. I'm not making enough money to do that, to hire people to do that. Okay, I'm going to tell you right now, this is essential. It is essential for you to have your foundation in place. It is essential for you to have systems in place in order for you to bring your business, products or services, to the people that are looking for it. Yes, we are doing most of our businesses online today, a lot more businesses rather online. And there is a lot more people doing that. Now, there is more, I'm not going to say more competition, because you don't necessarily have to, I don't believe in competition, but there is a lot more choice. So in order for you to be seen, in order for people to be able to find you, you need to be showing up in more places in a consistent way. And that's where the systems come in place. So a lot of the individuals that I was working with is they were just trying to, build up a service or come up with a program. And they needed to spend so much time in the creation of that program or that product, that when it actually came time to bringing it and presenting it and marketing it to the world, they didn't know how to do it. They were exhausted from all the work that they did. And therefore, they didn't get it out there in a way that it could be out there. And they keep trying this over and over and over again. And what ends up resulting in, they do not have money coming in with their business. They are not making money from their business. My friends, if you have a car, did you learn how to repair that entire car? Or do you take it to someone who knows how to do it? Right? If you have a car, you have to get the repairs done. You need to get the brakes changed. You need to get the tires changed. You need to get the muffler. You need to get these things done. So you take it to someone that knows what they're doing, and you pay them for that service. And then you receive what you require without exhausting you. But you're still very aware of your vehicle and what it requires, right? Please apply this exact same concept to your business. If you are great at, maybe you are a great coach, maybe you are a great healer, maybe you are a great person with helping people in some area of their businesses, but you're not great at systems, you're not great at marketing, you're not great at maybe even organizing all of your materials, all of your audios, your videos, your documents, whatever that is. Maybe you don't have a system for people to register to book a session with you. Maybe you don't have a system for receiving money. Maybe you don't have a system for keeping track of your accounting. All of those pieces are foundational aspects of your business. They can be set up when it's someone knows what they're doing. That can be set up very easily, and it can be maintained quite easily. But for the creative part of you, the person who is creating this business, if you were to stop and try to do all of those things, You are going to exhaust yourself. You're going to disconnect from the joy of your business. And that's when your business is going to start to pay a price because the wrong person is doing that job. Okay. This is so important for you. My, somebody in the chat room just says, you're talking to me. I know, because it was me too. I did that. And it was insane how much time and how I just went absolutely all over the place. And my business was maintaining, but it was not growing. And I absolutely knew my business wanted to grow. So do you want your business to grow? Do you want to have more fun with your business? If you get a yes, would you be willing to start to lean into these ideas of bringing someone on your team? Now, there are people out there that probably love what you create and they have the capacity to do what you require someone else to do. You could possibly do an exchange. You could possibly do an exchange of your services for their time working in your business. Maybe it's a 50-50. Maybe you do it like you maybe set up some kind of agreement where with what they do at the end of the month, how much they actually generate based on the work that they're going to do, then you pay them based on that. Maybe you're going to have a commission system set up. Maybe there's going to be some kind of an affiliate program. There are so many different possibilities besides you just reaching into your bank account and pulling that money out. Okay. Now let's just say that is the only option that you have, is you reaching into your bank account and paying them. If you were to invest in someone part-time, okay, and I'll tell you, I use my phone and I use my calculator all the time. It's one of my favorite tools in my business. I use this time and time again. I've been doing this for years, and hold on, I just clicked something wrong. I've been using this for years. So this is what I would do. If you had someone working part-time, let's say you had somebody working 15 hours a week. Let's just start out at 15 hours a week, which, can you imagine? 15 hours a week is more than 30. That's about 30% more. If you're doing 40 hours a week and they're doing 15. So you got a third of an additional person and you're not burning out. So let's do 15 hours a week. And let's say you were going to pay them $20 an hour. Okay. That's $300 a week. Now, $300 a week times 4 weeks, that's $1,200 a month. Okay. Now I want you to think about this. If you're paying them $15 an hour, and you can focus on growing your business, and let's say you have a service of $75, right? So 1,200 divided by 75 is 16, whatever that product or that service is, $16, the number 16. So that means over the 4 weeks, you would need to sell 16 pieces of product or service at the $75. Okay. So what that works out to is 4 a week, 4 a week. Now, what I really want to challenge you into is if you were to invest $1,200 a month for 3 months, right? And you had it laid out very, very clearly what that person was to do. And there was an accountability system that you're comfortable with and they're comfortable with, and you started to see the return on your investment. Do you understand that your business absolutely will grow? It absolutely will. Having someone on your team is an investment, just like if you have a computer. Like I have a computer, I have 2 large screens that I work on. I have, my microphone. I have all the tools that I require. These are all investments in my business. All right. Having team members on my team is also an important investment in my business. Now I can tell you something. Even though I'm not touching every single solitary aspect of my business, I'm more in touch with my business now than I ever have been, because I'm connecting with my business and I am working on a daily basis on my desires, on where the business wants to go and the possibilities of my business. So I am actually taking the time to be present with my business, and I'm inviting people into my team that are also contributing and being present with what we are creating. We're up for our second break. When we get back, I want to talk more about what you're actually going to be receiving when you have those team members on, from a presence, being present with your business aspect. Okay. And if you are at all got your head over here in the money, I'm going to challenge you. Leave it over there. Just come over here and receive this information so that you and the amazing creation of your business can actually have an opportunity to grow and really jump forward in this next year. You have the ability, my friend, but you've got to do something different. If what you've been doing hasn't been growing it, it's time to do something different. All right. You are listening to Inspired Choices with myself, Christine McIver, here on the Inspired Choices Network. And we'll be back right after this commercial break. Stay tuned.
Many of us make choices in our lives based on our past experiences or what others believe. What would our lives be like if we made our choices based on what we desire for our futures? When you join Inspired Choices radio show with holographist coach Christine McIver, you'll be provoked to look at what is true and what you know but may not choose that requires your attention. Christine does not hold back and brings all her expertise during each and every show. Are you ready to create the life and the living you truly desire? Listen for Inspired Choices radio show every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Mountain, and 5 p.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
Are you ready to have pleasure with your business? Yes, I said pleasure with your business. The Pleasure of Business a la carte will surprise you with topics like meet yourself in the boardroom, money, services, and you. Expand your visibility. The pleasure of communication. The pleasure of Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. Christine McIver has so much pleasure with business and loves teaching all things business. Beginning a new business? Desiring to expand a current business? Or looking to resurrect a business that has been dormant? This program will get you fired up and bring more pleasure than you have ever imagined. Exhausted with your excuses for not creating a phenomenal business? Join now for all the pleasure with business. Pleasure of Business a la carte gives you total choice for what you desire and what your business requires. That's 24 weeks of different topics to choose from with weekly calls, audio and video recordings, and PDFs. This class will have you dive right in and use tools to create the business that has been speaking to you. Go to inspiredchoices.ca for full details or join the Facebook page Pleasure of Business a la carte. Now is the time for you and your business.
This is the Inspired Choices Show with holographist coach Christine McIver. To participate in the program, join our live studio audience in our chat room at InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. You can also make the choice to ask or comment by email by sending to Christine@InspiredChoices.ca. Now, back to the program.
Welcome back, my friends. Thank you so much for being here. Before I get back into the show, I want to tell you that if you're someone who is frustrated or you feel like you're not sure which direction to go in and you're looking for some support, somebody that is actually going to take action and move you forward, well, I'm your girl. I love working in business. I love taking a mess and organizing it. I know a lot about a lot of systems. I know lots of different people. If I don't know how to do it, I know people that I can connect with that will actually contribute and bring the services forward. Getting out there with your business, getting out there from a foundation of your website or something's not going on right there, looking at everything you're creating in the world and how to bring it together, how to streamline it, how to have your business be moving along with such ease and such pleasure that you get to be your brilliant self. Well, I'm the person that will work with you to do that. Yeah, I said it because this is what I love to do. I love to look at where people are at with their businesses and how we can actually create them to move forward so they can grow and have so much more joy and fun for sure in their business. And a package that I have, one of the business packages I have is called the Strategic Business Package. Now, it is a package that where there is probably about 20 different things that I lay out that I can do with business owners, whether it's from the perspective of looking at their footprint and making sure it's consistent, to teaching them how to do videos, to, all sorts of different things in between. I know a lot about it, a lot of different programs, and I teach people how to use these things in their business. I don't just do it for you. I teach you how to do it, so then you'll know how to do it and you'll know how to teach your team members how to maintain something and going forward. That's really an important aspect that I speak to a lot of business owners about. Is you don't have to do it all, and please don't do it all, because you will shortchange yourself and you'll shortchange your business in the possibilities. But what you should do is you should know how it should be done. All right. You should know how it should be done, because you want to be able to ensure that when you have team members, that they are fully supported in understanding how to do it. And if that relationship should ever break down, that you're able to jump in and take over, or get somebody in and teach them going forward as well. Don't give away the capacity on how to do something to other people. Share it, but don't give it away, so that you always stay empowered. Okay. That's a very important thing. I've seen a lot of business owners lose different aspects of their business because they did not have their finger on the pulse of everything in their business. And that's a very, very, very dangerous thing. But there's very simple ways to put things in place to ensure that you are protected and your creations are protected. So as I was saying, I have this strategic business package, and normally it is over $2,500 Canadian. And right now I have it on for $1,000 Canadian. So if you're in the US, that's probably around $800. If you're in other countries, I don't know the exchanges off the top of my head, but this is a package where you and I will work together, and we will bring more ease and more pleasure to your business, so your business can actually grow. All right. So if that's something you'd like to chat with me about, we can set up a conversation just to share what that's about, what you're looking for, and to see if it's a match. So you can connect with me, Christine, at inspiredchoices.ca, or you can go over to my website, inspiredchoices.ca. Okay, let's get back to the business of this conversation tonight. So how to be present in business and not do it all. Some of the most amazing things when you have a team member, and this is most especially true when you are a solopreneur, when you bring team members on, you can share your ideas with them, and you can work with them and have them work with you to create a conversation, a brainstorming conversation. You can bat ideas off of them, and you can start to not only take advantage of their knowledge, but also you can start to mentor them as well. This has been one of my favorite things in business as I've been growing, is actually working with team members and contributing to their businesses, and contributing to them becoming greater leaders in their own business and in the world. There's so much satisfaction and so much natural pleasure in sharing that for me. And I know it would be a pleasure for many, many other people as well. When we're all growing and we're all enjoying what we're doing, the energy of that, it just brings everybody forward. When you're in a team where everyone is growing and everyone is thriving and having a great time, every single person is going to prosper. Every single person is going to prosper. And what that actually does is, as that is occurring, is as you're creating that, every single person becomes more present because the enjoyment is drawing them in, because they are having so much joy and pleasure with it. It draws them in to be even more present in their business and in working with you. All right. The key here to business is always pleasure. It's always pleasure. Does does your business give you pleasure? Do you enjoy your business? Or are you worrying about ideas? I can remember, oh my gosh, I can remember about maybe 2 or 3 years into my business, I kind of started to feel stagnant in what I was doing and started to like really question if this is something that I could do for the rest of my life. And I felt like I had no ideas. I saw a lot of people. This was around 2010, where we were just starting to really be online with social media and so on. And I saw a lot of people coming up with ideas, and I felt like I didn't have any ideas. And because I was focusing on the fact that I didn't have any ideas, I started to contract. And whenever you're contracting, you're actually closing off the possibility of new ideas to come in. And so the key is to start having more fun and more play. And when you're doing that, when you're even just laughing with a friend and you're talking about business and you're laughing, ideas can come. All right. Going out away from your computer and playing can actually bring more ideas as well. But one of the greatest things that you can do is actually allow yourself to have space around your creations and connecting with your business as your partner and allowing other people to contribute to you can expand your business. Now, here's another really interesting thing that can happen for some of us is that when we get team members on our team, we become close to them. Now, that is something that I've done with all of my team members. That's who I am. I would never have someone on my team that I couldn't also have a wonderful, close relationship with. Now, they don't have to be my besties. That's not what I'm saying, but I would want to be able to feel comfortable that I can have a confidential conversation with them, that they could feel comfortable doing the same with me, and that together we can share ideas and we can grow our businesses together. Yes, they're part of my team. And yes, I pay them for being part of my team. But at the same time, I want to contribute back to them, and I want to feel confident that I can have these conversations with them. That's important for me. That's an aspect that doesn't have to necessarily be for everybody else, but that's an important aspect for me. Now, when you're doing this, when you're having a conversation, or you have these team members that you're creating with, and you're being present with them and you're being present with your business, they are going to want to contribute even more to your business. They're going to show up in a bigger, more expansive way in what they're doing in their work. They're going to enjoy their work even more when they feel appreciated, when they feel a genuine connection to you and to the business. But what's really important, my friends, is for you to respect those people, and for you to honor those people, and for you to connect in with those people, and let them know what they can expect from you. You need to build a relationship that is respectful and honoring of each other and each other's work. And you also need to be able to feel confident enough to say, there's something that's not working, and really be able to have this conversation with this person in a way that doesn't look at that person and say, there's something wrong with you. Have the conversation around what's not working. This is not working. And then explain to them why, and support them to grow and learn and move forward. All right. If you are hesitant in sharing what's not working with your team member, you are going to build resentment, and you're going to sabotage the relationship. You're going to sabotage that person in your business, and you're going to sabotage your own business. So you need to pull on your big girl or big boy pants and learn how to communicate with team members in a respectful way, even when you're not happy with something that they are doing. It is one of the kindest things that you can actually do for yourself, for them, and for your business and for your customers and your clients. Because despite a customer or a client knowing what's going on in your business, they can feel the energy of the way you show up and what you bring to the table. And they will know, they may not understand what it is, but they will know when something is off. Okay. These are key aspects. And having a relationship, an honoring relationship with a team member is going to bring more ease and more joy to your life. And your business is going to thrive because there is a bond that is being created and supported within your business. These are key aspects, my friend. And you know, if you've never done this before, you're going to mess up. That's okay. Keep working at it. Connect in with your business and ask some questions. Learn great communication tools. Learn to be able to be present and hold somebody else's eyes when you're speaking with them. These things, you know, we all have to grow. And if this is not something you've ever learned before, you may be floundering and may not understand why you're floundering in business. If you're not able to hold somebody accountable, your business is going to flounder as well. And this is a great opportunity for you to grow and for that person to learn from you so they can grow to be a great leader as well. Okay, we are up to our last break of the show. I don't know how in the world this happened so quickly. I think I say this every week. You know, when you're doing something that's pleasurable, time really does go quickly. But that's not a bad thing because we get to keep going and get to go. So we get to go into the future possibilities. I want to talk about, when we come back from break, I want to talk about 2020 and I want to talk about 2021 and I want to talk about your business. So stay tuned, my friends. You're listening to Inspired Choices with Christine McIver on the Inspired Choices Network. We'll be right back.
Many of us make choices in our lives based on our past experiences or what others believe. What would our lives be like if we made our choices based on what we desire for our futures? When you join Inspired Choices radio show with holographist coach Christine McIver, you'll be provoked to look at what is true and what you know but may not choose that requires your attention. Christine does not hold back and brings all her expertise during each and every show. Are you ready to create the life and the living you truly desire? Listen for Inspired Choices radio show every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Mountain, and 5 p.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
Are you a subject matter expert? Are you here to share your expertise with an audience waiting to hear from you in only the way you can deliver? Are you ready to have your voice amplified across the airwaves? Inspired Choices Network has a global radio platform streaming to millions of people across the world. Professionally produced and supported by an accomplished team every step of the way, you can broadcast from anywhere in the world, knowing your voice matters, and we ensure it is delivered with ease and efficiency. Eager to hear your message, the world awaits. Contact us today to become an Inspired Choices Network radio host. Email becomeahost@inspiredchoicesnetwork.com.
This is the Inspired Choices Show with holographist coach Christine McIver. To participate in the program, join our live studio audience in our chat room at inspiredchoicesnetwork.com. You can also make the choice to ask or comment by email by sending to Christine@inspiredchoices.ca. Now, back to the program.
Welcome back, my friends. Oh my gosh, this has been going so quickly. So before we went to break, I said that I wanted to talk about 2020, your business, and 2021. Okay, so first and foremost, I really think that everyone needs to give up complaining about 2020. Seriously, it was 365 days of your life. And was there a lot of challenges? Yes, absolutely. What does it contribute to your life, to your body, to your sleeping, to your relationships, to your bank account, to your future if you continue to complain about something. When you complain about something, we know everything is an energy. When you're complaining about something, you become a magnet for more of that. All right. If you're looking for something to complain about, you will find it. If you're looking for things to bring you joy, you will find it. You have choice in both of these things. I, I try not to say this very often, but I'm very tired of hearing people complain about 2020. I can tell you first and foremost, a lot of amazing things were discovered in 2020. Least of all is the way that we learn to be present with ourselves. A lot of us have had to spend a lot of time alone, and we've started to get in touch with ourselves more and more and more. A lot of people have started businesses in 2020. Yes, I know that a lot of people their businesses have not survived. All right. We've also had a lot of people have been very kind and generous to other people in 2020. Humanity's kindness has actually grown this year. 2020 has brought a lot of things to the surface that needed to be changed. Yes, a lot of it came all at once, but I kind of think of it like, do you want to rip the Band-Aid slowly over many, many years, or do you want to rip it all at once? Well, it feels like we got a really big Band-Aid that got ripped all at once. Some great awarenesses came forth during 2020. 2021 is available. It's like an unmolded pile of clay. It's available for you to begin to mold right now. If you bring the energies of what were not working for you forward, you're going to taint that going forward. If you bring the energies of an old relationship into a new one, the same thing will happen. All right. My friends, you have an opportunity to create 2021 with what you have learned in 2020. You do not need to go back into the old patterns of prior years of being the work mule in your business, of being the work mule in your relationships, in your families. It's time, my friends, for you to get connected in with yourselves even more and get really connected in with your business and with your team members. It's so important that as you move forward, you identify your true desires. You identify the directions that you wish to go, and you identify that it's time for you to do it differently. You have this opportunity. I would absolutely love to hear from you. I would love to hear your thoughts, your challenges, where you are looking for support, and how we could possibly work together so that 2021 can be the year for you to have so much joy with your business. If I could give one thing to every business owner out there, it's the joy that I have in business, the true pleasure I have in creating in business. I am an artist with business, like other people are an artist with a canvas and a paintbrush. For me, business is it truly is my canvas. And I love creating in business. And I know that what I do bring to the table is valuable for myself, my team members, my customers, my clients, everyone that I'm in contact with, because I choose to start with me first. I start with me having pleasure with my business. I start with me connecting in with my business and really understanding that my business is its own entity and it has come through me because I have what it takes to really move to the next level with my business each and every day. But it requires me to get real with myself and constantly doing my own personal development work, holding myself accountable as I look to the future each morning and each day and each year. My friends, it's been a pleasure being here with you. I love everything that we've contributed to each other, because even though I'm not hearing you, I'm picking up on what's going on. And I appreciate everything that you're bringing into the world in a creative way. Until next week, my friends, I want you to remember, you can always make another choice. Until then, take good care and Happy New Year, wherever you are.
Thank you for choosing to listen to Inspired Choices Radio Show. Christine McIver will return next Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Mountain, and 5 p.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. We hope you'll join us. Until then, be willing to choose what you really desire. This is your life, making the choices that bring you all that you desire.